is called yasha. Like Hanumanji, he did karya of Bhagwan and he became famous. Because of his goodness and seva, he became famous. That's called yasha. See, when we do something for others, automatically the other person remembers and thinks about us. So in this way, slowly our fame spreads in the world. So it's called yasha. And ayashaha, or infame, or is gained when one follows the path of adharma. Akirti happens. So that also arises from the same source. But one should try to gain fame, yasha. Samartha Ramdas Swamiji from Maharashtra, he writes, कि मरावे परी कीर्ति रूपे उरावे, that you die but you remain behind as fame. So people should remember you as a good person who has done good work and has blessed the whole world. So like that you do something and go. Actually, one experiment which generally people, that management and other people, they say one should do, is that just a frightening example, experiment for some. It is like, just imagine that you are dead and that there is a prayer meeting, but not just singing bhajans and all, not that type of prayer meeting, but people are saying something about you, your family members, your relatives, your friends, your people where you work, your neighbors, everyone has assembled there and they are saying something about you. So the experiment is what you would like them to say about you, what you would like them to speak about you. Your dear friend is coming and saying what you would like your friend to say about you. And we will find that always we want them to say something nice and good about us. No? And what good? These values only. You will, though we may not appreciate these values, but we would like others to say something nice about me. Even the worst person, bad person also would like people to say nice thing about him. So the thing is that if you think they will not say nice thing, then you better behave in such a way that they will say nice things. So we should try to cultivate those good values which you want others to remember you with. So ahimsa, samata, tushtihi, tapodanam, yasho yashaha, bhavanti bhava bhutanam. All these are various bhava, various expressions of beings, generally human beings, Bhagavan says. These are different expressions. That is the beauty of our human life. We have so many variety of expressions, it's unimaginable. See, and our great Rishi Munis, they have classified them and they have studied them in depth. So many of them. This is just a sample, few of them. But we have so many variety of emotions and expressions are there, which really add great beauty to our life. There are some people who don't experience certain emotions, and that is like their life is poor. Right? If one doesn't experience what is the meaning of compassion, experience means not just definition from a book, but actually experience. If one doesn't experience the meaning of kshama, our life is incomplete. It's not complete. So we should be able to experience all these various values which are there, and they only will add glory and beauty to our life. Otherwise it is incomplete. Otherwise just few emotions, joy and sorrow, or more pain. So one should be able to experience. And that is what gives beauty to so many Mahatmas and good people in this world also. We remember certain incidents in their life which brings out these qualities in full measure. Like even Jesus Christ, when he was being crucified, he looked at those people who were torturing him, who were abusing him, and he prayed to God, "Oh God, please forgive them." He is praying. He says, "Please forgive them, they know not what they are doing. They are ignorant. If they knew, they will not do such things. They are ignorant, so please forgive them." That sense of forgiveness came from the very depth, the very core of goodness which he had, which is a very wonderful thing. People sacrifice their life for the sake of the society, for the sake of the family, for the sake of the country. Just imagine from which depth that goodness must be arising. So all this Bhagavan says arise from me. Bhavanti bhava bhutanam matta eva prathak vidha. These alag bhav, they are coming from me only. So don't get carried away by the differences. All of them arise from me. So we are the closest to God. Even when any emotion comes, try to go deep within and you will find the source is God. God is the source. Ishvara is the source of all our emotions, all our thoughts. So it's a very beautiful verses. Further, Bhagavan says, Maharshaya sapta purve chatvaro manavastatha madbhava manasa jata yesham loka imah prajaha Maharshaya sapta purve chatvaro manavastatha Bhagavan now talks from a different standpoint. He says these 7 rishis, Maharshayah sapta purve, in the beginning, when the creation happened, all these great rishis and the great manus, they all were born from my mind. Madbhava manasa jata. This entire creation, Bhagavan says, arose from my mind. Means from sankalpa matra. Sankalpa means just by willing the creation happened. The whole creation which we see is nothing but the result of Bhagavan's will. Like it is very beautifully said in the Bible that let there be light, and there was light. The scripture says Bhagavan just thought let there be creation, and there was creation. So by his will, that consciousness, pure consciousness, has got this power to will, power to know, and power to manifest. It's called Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. This is the power, inherent power of that pure consciousness. Power to will. Will means not desire. Will means a sankalpa, thought that let this happen. Like for example, when we desire, we say, I want this to happen. there is I. But in will, there is no I. So that cosmic will, Ichha Shakti it is called. Then in that consciousness there is power to know, Jnana Shakti. And also power to manifest, power to appear in various forms. That is called Kriya Shakti. So here Bhagavan is talking about that Ichha Shakti. By my will, from my mind, all this appeared. Who appeared? The 7 rishis, the 4 brothers, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan and Sanat Kumar, and Manavaha and 14 Manus. These are all symbolic. This is to indicate the various aspects of this whole creation. As Pujya Gurudev has written, that one is that 7 rishis, we hear them about them in the scriptures, in the Puranas. Like we have this Bhrigu Rishi, Marichi, Atri, Pulastya, Pulaha, Kratu, and Vashishta Rishi. They are called the Sapta Rishis. But the word Rishi means the seer, knower or seer is called Rishi. Symbolically, these 7 rishis represent the 7 aspects of this creation. The 5 subtle elements, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal and Prithvi. And Mahat Tattva, the cosmic intelligence, and Ahankar, the cosmic ego. You can refer to Pujya Gurudev's commentary. So these 7 aspects of this creation are indicated here by the term rishis. They are all born from that consciousness. Consciousness has got this ability to know, ability to be aware. From that arose in the beginning the 5 great elements. And also from that is born the cosmic intelligence. And from that is born the cosmic personality called Ahankar, cosmic personality, cosmic ego. So these are the Sapta Rishis at the cosmic level. And from that only the entire creation happened. In us, these rishis are in the form of these 4, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan and Sanat Kumar. They are like the 4 aspects of our own inner instruments called Mana, Buddhi, Chitta and Ahankar. The mind, the intellect, the memory and the ego within us are like the 4 brothers. They are also the 4 aspects of our inner instruments. So at the cosmic level, the 5 elements and the cosmic intelligence and cosmic Ahankar created were the cause of this, further cause of this world. And within us, our own mind, our own intellect creates different types of experiences for us. So they also becomes the secondary creators of our world. Our own mind, our own intellect creates world for us. They are the secondary creators, as though. Then the 14 Manus, Manavaha, they are again different aspects and different emotions of our own mind. So Bhagavan says, all these are ultimately born from my mind. Mad bhava manasa jata. All of them are born from my mind, from me. And esham ima praja. And from this only all the creation, all the beings, the the sentient as well as insentient, all of them are born from this only. See, this is a Puranic and a different style of explaining things. What it means is from that pure consciousness alone, the different aspect of this cosmos was born. And from the basic seven, everything else was born. So basic seven are called the seven rishis, the seven great seers. So from that pure consciousness, seven seers were born. And from those seven seers, everything were born. Even from that basic consciousness, the four were born. So subjectively, when we look at ourselves, when you are in deep sleep, you don't experience anything. But when you wake up, what happens? The four are born. Your mind is born, your intellect is born, your memory is born, and your ahankar is born. You can try it out. Not now, when you go home. So when you wake up in the morning or evening, whenever you wake up, when we are in deep sleep state, I am not aware of the world, I am not aware of myself, I am not aware of anything else. But when we wake up, we become aware of ourselves. I am, that awareness of I happens. Then lot of other thoughts keep on coming. That is the mind. Then we understand certain things. That is our buddhi. Then we remember certain things. That is our chitta. So these are the four aspects of our inner personality. I, thoughts, understanding, and memory. These four are called the four Sanat Kumaras. Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. In Puranas, the stories of these four Kumaras, they are always young. They are always of Kumar, of 5 to 8 years old. They never grow. Our mind, our intellect, our ahankar never grow. They always remain young. Your body will grow, but your mind will not grow. It will remain young only. Body will say, Arey Baba, I cannot eat and digest this pakoda. But mind says, no, khao. Kuch nahi hota hai. Mind is young. Mind doesn't grow old. Mind never grows old. That is the beauty of the mind. Intellect also never grows old. Ahankar also doesn't grow old. कि मेरा अहंकार अभी बूढ़ा हो गया है, कुछ नहीं. Memory also remains young. So they are indicated in the Puranas as always of Kumar Avastha. And these four creates our Srishti. They only create all our world and our experiences. So they are the secondary creators, but they themselves are born from that consciousness, and they further create the world. Similarly, at the cosmic level, the five great elements, the cosmic intelligence, the cosmic ego was born from God, and then it creates the details. Even this Manu, that word has come from mind only, Mana. So they are also different aspects of our own personality, of our own mind, which creates further shrishti, further experiences for us. So Maharshaya Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavastatha Madbhava Manasa Jata Yesham Loka Ima Praja. From them only, from all this, from the seven rishis, from the four, and from this Manus, the entire creation happens. So if when these four, they in our own personality, when our mind, intellect, and our ego and all becomes quiet, then there is no creation. Then we are established in our own self. But when they wake up, the creation happens. It's all play of our own mind. The entire experience which we get in life is nothing but the play of our own mind. Without mind, you cannot experience anything. When the mind is in deep sleep state, or when the mind is in turiya avastha, there is no experience of the world. When we wake up, all these four wake up and the world starts. And we keep trying to modify them, change them, bring new thoughts, bring this. But they keep on modifying, but they constantly remain like that. They always remain. So their source is God. So rather than trying to change and modify, we should go to their very source and come to comprehend that truth. Further, Bhagavan says, Yetam vibhutim yogancha mamayo vetti tattvataha so vikampena yogena yujjate natra samshayah yetam vibhutim yogancha. Yetam, this what I have described in detail in the above verses, they are my vibhuti and my yoga. Bhagwan, this whole chapter is called Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti means Vistar, means variety. And here the meaning of the word yoga is the power which gives rise to that variety. Yoga means yukti, that power which gives rise to this variety. So Bhagwan explained to Arjuna the Vistar. First this Maharshaya, the seven rishis, or the four division of our own Antakarana, and then all this other Vistar, Buddhi, Jnana, Asammoha, Kshama, Satyam, Damas, Shamaha, all this variety are born from me by my own power. So that pure consciousness and its ability, its power is called yoga, and with that power it expresses in variety of ways, that is called vibhuti. It's like one thing appearing like many. Like for example, gold. Gold has got its own inherent power. What is the power of gold? A lot of things you can see. But the physical quality of this gold is, they call it ductile and malleable. The gold can be converted into the finest of thread like. Most fine thread can be made from gold. It has got the ability to be converted into even thinner than our hairs. And it can be flattened into like paper, finer than paper. That is the quality of gold. That is the inherent quality of gold. Because of this inherent quality of gold, it can be expressed in variety of ornaments. So all the variety of ornaments can be called as vibhuti of gold. It's called vibhuti of gold. And the power of this gold to get converted into all this variety of ornament is its yoga. So Bhagavan says, I have told you my vibhuti and my yoga. Bhagavan is like gold, and his yoga is that power within him, and vibhuti are like various expressions. Arjuna wants to know more about this Vibhuti, then Bhagavan will tell in detail. But now he just mentioned this, that from me only these 7 rishis, or these 4, or these 14 Manus, they are born, and from them only everything, all Srishti has taken place. So, in simple terms, that God is one, consciousness is one, and that from one only all this variety appears. In the other chapter we have seen, from one appears two, and from two appears many. In the 7th chapter we have seen that one appears two. What are the two? The apara and the para prakriti. And from this apara and para prakriti alone, everything happens. Like in the mathematical language, there is, let us say, a 0, and from 0 alone is born 1 and minus 1. No? Now 1 appears to be someone solid, minus 1 also, but both of them are born from 0. From 0, 1 alone cannot be born. From 0, minus 1 alone cannot be born. Both 1 and minus 1 are born from 0. And then all this play is the play of 1 and minus 1. Even in the field of science, they talk about matter and antimatter, energy and anti-energy. Not anti-energy, dark energy, something they call it. And the whole world is play of this. According to science also, this matter and antimatter, if they come together, they annihilate each other and 0 remains. So from that 0, this matter and antimatter arose, and the entire cosmos is a play of these two. If you study physics, they also talk in the language of, it appears as though they are speaking Vedanta only. They talk like this. There are certain texts, certain books which tries to correlate the language of physics and language of spirituality. Like the Tao of physics. Tao of physics. They try to, or the dancing Wooly masters, they try to correlate the language of physics and spirituality. The same, from that one appears two, and from this two appears the many. Even in the Chinese philosophy, they talk about this Tao, they pronounce it Tao, which has got this yin and yang, and everything is a play of this yin and yang. So that one has got this power, inherent power, that is called yoga, and its vistar is called vibhuti. So Bhagavan says, one who understands my yoga and vibhuti, he understands me properly. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo vetti tattvataha. This my yoga and my vibhuti, one who understands in essence properly, such a person, saha avikampena yogena, such a person gets endowed with that knowledge which is free from all vikampa, which is free from all disturbance. Means he is endowed with that supreme knowledge by which he becomes free of all his confusion and all his bondage. Sa avikampena yogena yujjate na atra samshayaha. There is no doubt about it. So when we talk about that supreme reality, when we talk about God, one has to understand God in a scientific way, not in an emotional way and all. Suppose you go to study physics or chemistry, it's nothing emotional about it. Not that you take H2SO4 and do its arti or something. Okay, it's in the beginning fine, but if you really seriously, sincerely want to understand the nature of these chemicals and their interreaction and all, you should take it more seriously. Similarly, here when we talk about consciousness, it's the supreme reality. To make it simple, to make it more understandable for common people, it is indicated as having a personality. We call it God, we call it, it has personality. We personify it, but otherwise it is beyond all personification. It is beyond all personality. It is that pure consciousness. No person. It is neither male nor female. It is beyond all form and beyond all name. So etam vibhutim yogancha mama yo vetti tatvatah so vikampena yogena yujyate natra samshayah. So one who understands my nature along with my yoga and vibhuti comes to know me completely. And one who knows me completely is endowed with that state of avikampa, of free from all trembling, free from all disturbance, free from all change. He gets established in that supreme truth. So that is what Bhagavan says. Now, how can we gain this state of realization? How can we know God? That Bhagavan will reveal in the following verses. We will see them tomorrow. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.